Hi friends, welcome back to Dergy Playin versus slastreward. So as you can see here, I'm about to jump to AB game round 1 over here on the left side of the tree after going through the red door because, well, we have to do betray here. Oh well, the things I do for all the endings and stuff.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray.
What? You're kidding! Well, this time I want to. It's interesting how on this side I didn't immediately do that for her, even though on the other side I did. You can tell this is after that one, I think, because that's when I started really being guilty about betraying. Because I think the game wants you to feel guilty about betraying, but at the same time feel really like about allying, because, you know, UCHIKOCHI's evil, as we all know. You really want me to betray? Oh yeah, I think that's the other reason. Especially now that I know that she did not kill the old woman. It seems like Dio set her up instead.
We don't know if she'll ally or not.
And I have a feeling that Zero might have helped set her up. Because I think that Dio is facilitating things for Zero in a similar way to Santa in the first game facilitating things for Akane.
If we choose ally and she chooses betray, we're screwed. That's a loss of 2 points. You tell me, Sigma. What's 3 minus 2?
So I know what all this dialogue is about and everything. We've heard this before, but I love Fi, so I'm gonna let her talk. What kind of idiot do you think I am? It's 1, obviously.
Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over. So...
Wait, what do you mean by it's over?
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
just press the damn button!
You're hiding something. Yeah, you've been suspicious from the get-go. I mean, how'd you know my name? Or how about when we found that old lady's body? You didn't even blink. Almost like you knew she would be here. Look, I don't want to believe it, but did you? Are you?
Fine. If you won't do it, then I...
Don't think so. I'm not gonna move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, it'll just vote ally for us anyway. So, let's hear it. What are you hiding? What's it's over supposed to be?
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
When your BP hits 0, you die.
Yeah, there we go. She knew this already. I'm thinking there's 2 reasons possible why. I think she might have just been having premonitions, like Sigma, and I think maybe, like Sigma, she is also a golem, but she doesn't know it. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I meant.
So, gonna have to betray here because it's the route we didn't do in the game. I want you to do all the routes, including all the routes of being an asshole before true ending. And I'm really not looking forward to some of the other betray choices I can do, especially the one where you end up killing someone. Like, basically, definitively. Though I'm wondering how that one will actually go. As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tamiyoji was left behind, his footsteps... Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, this is definitely all... I think I'll read this part now, but we've definitely seen that before. Were you telling the truth? If our BP hits 0, do we really...
Well, you chose betray because of what I said, right? Don't worry, you made the right choice.
But you're not lied to me, so I choose betray.
Well, 0 will tell you if I lied or not.
0? Yeah, see... Because again, like I pointed out before, he even calls her out in specific. In fact, I think he does it here, so I'm gonna not start skipping this until after he's said it, because isn't it right about here where he points out that Fi knows more than she's letting on? And no one addresses that, by the way, which I think is really weird and kind of convenient for UCHIKOCHI, but...
Siggy!
And also, we get to witness this wonderful voice acting again. This woman deserves a medal.
Hey, what are you kids doing over there?
Be funny to me.
We're about to announce the results.
You'll see in a minute. Let's go, Sigma.
Hey, what do you mean Zero's gonna tell me? I have a feeling she might actually be aware that she's a golem, because of lines like that, and again, because of Zero calling her out. Hey, Fi, hold on. Damn it.
Good.
I love this voice acting so much.
Looks like you're all here. Finally.
Let's get ready to
Every
rock!
line is a gem.
Ambidex game!
Round 1!
The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
The reason I'm not skipping any of this, like I said, I mean, A, I love taking this in again. Oof, man, oof, 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 oof. Rip Luna. And now I gotta be sad.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let
I
us
forgot
check
about the rabbit
numbers on
cards.
our
Goddamn.
bracelets.
What is with Japanese everything in Animal Farm? It's just like a thing. Anyway. Although, granted, like, it's a mascot thing. It's always about mascots. I literally want to skip this dialogue, but it's new, so I will not.
Why did you and Vi do that?
I want to skip it so much.
All we had to do was choose ally 3 times, and we could all escape together.
Unfortunately, look at the board. Did anyone both choose ally? I don't think so, unfortunately.
After this, we only would have needed 2 more rounds and we would have all had 9 points. But now why?
Oh yeah, I never did the math like that. I'm not sure if it was even mentioned like that before, but yeah. But I think this game is specifically set up in a way where Zero knows that given all the people here and who they are, they will not all ally. It just won't work that way. I hung my head. There was no way I could look her in the eye and try to explain what I'd done.
It was me.
Interesting that she fesses up about that here. I wasn't expecting her to. But again, Faya surprised me with kindness before. It just kind of comes out of left field, and the rest of the time she's kind of an asshole. That's just generally how that works.
I told him to betray you. What? There's a way to get out faster. If you're successful twice with betray, you'll get 3 points each time, which gives you 6. That means you'll have 9 BP after the second AB game. I know that. Is that why you chose betray? So you can escape before the rest of us? Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get out first or anything. Just wanted to have a little leverage. How is leverage supposed to help you? Well, I was planning on getting out of here with everybody else, and You're lying. What makes you think I'm going to believe that?
I have a feeling she isn't lying, but I think she's cynical, and that's why she's like this. And also, cynical or not, I think she literally knows people are going to choose betray, because it's been obvious that I think she's had a premonition about Sigma choosing betray on her another time. Her eyes met for a long moment, but all I could see in Luna's was sadness and disappointment. If I opened her mouth and shut it again and looked away. I was about to apologize to Luna when...
Hey, what were you thinking?
I'm sorry, Alice.
Yay! So much conflict everywhere, it's great. Yeah.
I didn't think you'd choose ally.
What? You really think I'd betray you?
Well, actually, I just realized... It took me a second to realize what the fuck happened here. Clover betrayed Alice. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why she did that. What the shit?
Well, no. That's what I thought at first.
But Kay told you to choose betray, didn't he?
Yes, I did. I was sure you would vote similarly.
Are you listening? I'm not going to vote betray against Clover.
Poor fucking Alice, dude. I was not expecting this kind of development. Kay could have overpowered her and just pressed the button himself, but I don't think that happened. So, I'm really... Wow, why is Clover... Okay, I'm really confused. Because Clover's one of the most outwardly distrustful people of Kay. And so it's really weird to me that he could convince her to choose betray against Alice. That doesn't make any sense to me. Did something else happen?
Is that so? You never considered that we might choose to betray you?
What?
Clover would never choose that, of course. But what if I was your sole opponent? I understand it might seem strange of me to say this, but who would trust a man who hides his face?
Yeah, especially when you now know that that man is a clone of you or something. Although, granted, we know we're a golem now, so what the fuck does that mean?
If I were in your position, I would be quite certain my masked opponent would choose betray.
Are we a clone of him? Is he the real Sigma? I don't know, man.
Well, but it wasn't just you. Clover was there too.
Yes, she was. But if I'd chosen to end an argument by force, do you think she would have had any chance? I was certain you'd choose betray for that very reason.
Interesting. See, because that's what I was thinking too. But I think she just trusts Clover a lot, and...
So that was why you did it.
Yes.
After he explained his thinking to me, I thought he had a good point.
Oof. You know what? Clover, having gone through 2 military games already, it makes sense that she would choose the most safe option in this kind of situation. Even against Alice, as much as that is oof. But, yeah, okay, now it makes sense. But, man, that sucks.
It's alright. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
That was when I finally noticed Dio Quark and Tenmyoji.
Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor.
You fucking liar. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure, like, considering everything else we've seen Dio do, I am very firm now in my belief that Dio is the one that pressed the button, and he's just laying out his ass here.
I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust that kid as far as I can throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on it.
The way that Dio says that, though, it's convincing. But, I don't know, he was a pretty good actor when he was acting amiable with us until he pulled the wool over our eyes in that one ending, so... Yeah, I think that it's just him bullshitting to save his own ass again. It looked like things hadn't gone as planned for the other teams either. Nonetheless, we all seem to have reached some sort of truce. Well, at least that's good?
Zero, when does the next round start?
Would have been better if there was less betrayal happening, but welcome to this video game.
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 BP? That's impossible without a second round.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Right you are. So, let me just close them.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon round. Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Moon cards? Does that mean we can't use these cards anymore since they got suns on them?
Yes, indeed.
I love every single one.
Now,
You'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
Also, this will help me confirm my suspicions that when they do flashbacks of these Zero lines, they aren't the same for some reason. Like, they're voice acted differently, and I wonder what that's about. Because I'm pretty sure you could just basically copy-paste the same recording from here to those flashbacks, but they didn't seem to do that. And I wonder what that's about.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I don't know. As many times as you need to. It's anybody's guess how long it'll go. But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
No. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on.
Of course. You could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where everybody just keeps going back and forth and losing points. After all, if there's nobody with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5, round 100, round 2000. You might even go all the way up to round 24,009,004,897. Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know. Can you?
There's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people. Exactly.
Yeah? So?
You fucking liar. Well, what about the number 9 door? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door.
You know, I'm really wondering, why does he? There must be a specific reason, right? I wonder if I can figure out the reason why Zero is obviously careful to omit the truth that you could just use someone else's bracelet until after, I think, this door at least. I wonder what that's about, because he literally just says straight up you need 3 people, period. He does not elaborate.
It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you. There is one thing in the city. All that stuff about how you have to have 3
Okay,
people
never
to go
mind.
through the secondary
I forget
doors.
this is when he says it.
Maybe it's not 100% true.
I think he at least omits it for the first round, and I think that's intentional for some reason. Maybe he doesn't want murder to happen yet? Maybe that's it? I don't know. What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
I didn't want to make things complicated.
I think you have a much different reason for that, you motherfucker.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors.
Wait, for Clover of all people to go what, how after 999 where this was also a thing, right, is a little bit confusing to me, though maybe she wanted to not let on that she's been through one of these before.
It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
It's interesting because this was never specified by Zero, aka Akane, in 999. Again, it's interesting that this Zero is specifying that.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
But, wait, hold on a motherfucking minuto. Do these things even come off?
No, yes, they do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape. As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Bia, I think you already know.
Wait,
What?
I don't think I ever picked up. See, this is another good reason to do this. See, what I thought Zero meant by this here was just that it's inferable that it's death, right? But, well, it's established that Dio at least seems kind of like a dumb blockhead, but I don't know how true that is anymore. But regardless of that, like, now we know that he might be just working for Zero straight up. So that's another reason he could say, I think you already know. That could be another reason for him to act panicked like that. So...
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
Oh, well. I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really.
You die.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right? Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV show.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood.
Again, I keep having to gush over Zero every time I hear him because I love all of the little, like, flavor she adds to his dialogue. Like, just the way she says, by pumping blood! I love that for some reason.
Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off. If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. If you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round.
Lucky, eh? I think the word you're looking for there is unlucky, you motherfucking rabbit.
Oops. I guess it's not gonna be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Fuck you, Zero. And, fuck Zero Senior even more, although, I don't know if I want to say that if it's Akane again, but if it's Akane again, literally fuck her for this. Honestly, fuck her for the first game, kind of. Anyway, but, like, her reasons seem good? But, like, if you, again, think about everything she put the man she loves and a bunch of people she has no qualms with through. Oh yeah, and her brother. For what she accomplished, was it worth that? I don't know, but I also have this feeling that it's not just to resurrect her, there was other reasons too. That were maybe more, like, world consequences, maybe.
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything? Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game.
There. That's pretty clear, right? If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Tenbyoldi. Or Alas. Or Mooney. Or maybe everyone.
That laugh was golden, like so much dialogue.
Yeah. Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized. Just like when you break the rules.
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is. Correct, Siggy.
So, if I had been right. But how had she known before Zero told us?
I see. Alice, Luna, and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
What? What the hell? This is important stuff. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Sorry.
Sorry's not going to cut it. I thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Well...
Is there anything else you've conveniently left out? It's not fair to make people play a game without explaining all the rules.
I think it's fair. After all, it's not like anybody else knew, right? Right?
See, here we go. This is it. Right? See, he knows that she knows. Which to me means either she's working for him, like, on purpose, or she's not. He just knows she knows. And I think a reason he'd know she'd know is, again, she's a golem just like we, Sigma, are.
I guess so.
I took a moment to go over everything in my head. The AB game would continue until someone opened the number 9 door. There were no rules about how many people could or couldn't pass through the number 9 door. That meant it was possible for everyone to escape. The secondary chromatic doors could be opened by any number of people, so long as you had the right bracelets. Might as well use this as a recap. I like reading aloud anyway. The bracelets would only unlock under 2 conditions. If you left the building, or if your heart stopped. Which is fun and great and wonderful. Yeah. If your BP hit 0, the needles in your bracelet would activate, killing you. Which is, fun and great and wonderful. Yeah.
Oh, one last thing.
Let me guess. I'm an asshole, right?
The next set of chromatic doors you'll be going through are downstairs.
Well, Zero is an asshole, but that's not what he said here, but we all know that.
You already saw them, right? There should have been 3. Red, blue, and green. That means that to get through, you'll need bracelets in cyan, magenta, and yellow.
But wait! You've already got those bracelets!
I love this line. This is one of those lines that will probably stick with me just because it's so goofily voice acted. I love all of the nuance that she does here with his voice. But wait, you've already got those bracelets! I love her.
Have a look!
This is a very, game show announcer voice. Have a look! In fact, like, this could be a very fucked up ass game show.
The colors changed, hasn't it?
A little bit. In fact, well, there's a reason these series are compared against each other. In fact, I feel like UCHIKOCHI has something to do with the Danganronpa team, but I forget where I heard that and how true that is right now. Yeah, it did change. Mine changed from red to cyan.
Me too. Mine's cyan now.
Mine too. Wait, I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed. It switched from pair to solo.
You're right. Mine switched from solo to pair.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm still a pair.
The three of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow, and it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too, right?
Yeah.
Looks like I'm a pair.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed.
I saw the thing I wanted to see, and this is all the same, so Skippy Dirt. Okay, sorry, I now have to read all this, sorry. Maybe, okay, I'm being impatient again. Oh well, some of this might be actually very, very... Oh, interesting how Luna's grilling her this time. Usually that's Sigma. Oh, it's... interesting. But yeah, okay, see, they come to the same conclusions, it's just different dialogue, so I feel a little bad for skipping that, but it's really the same scene that's slightly different. I basically forgot at what point this one branch I haven't done yet was, so...
Do you understand?
There'd be no way to open either door, huh? Man, that sounds even worse than getting your lungs turned off.
Oh god.
Sorry for worrying you, Quark.
Quark is looking spacey again. I think you know what I think that means.
In any event, now is hardly the time to be fighting like this. As you can see, the primary doors have already opened. We must hurry and decide who will be going through which door and with whom.
So, how should we pair up?
We're almost out of time. I'll just explain it as fast as I can. Just like before, there are only 3 possible combinations.
Yeah, just file it out first for the following. Option A, Alice and I sign with pair with Luna, yellow, and go through the green door. I wonder how we're going to be railroaded into one option here, because I know we are, because that's how this branch goes. In fact, I think this is finally the place we're going to actually do the fucking pantry, which I do believe is the last one we have not done. We'll see. Alice and I, cyan, would pair up with Luna, yellow, and go through the green door. Tamioji and Quark, magenta, would pair up with Clover, cyan, and open the blue door. Fi and Dio, yellow, would pair up with Kay, magenta, and open the red door. At least we can't betray Alice again. Maybe this is where we'll get to the Alice ending. Although no, I think it's past the lock that I think is past that scene we had with her where she opened up to us about everything, including the first game, finally. Option B. Alice and I, cyan, would pair up with Kay, magenta, and go through the blue door. Tamioji and Quark, magenta, would pair up with Luna, yellow, and open the red door. My bird would scream, apologies friends. Fi and Dio, yellow, would pair up with Clover, cyan, and open the green door. Option C. Alice and I, cyan, and Clover, cyan, would pair up and go through the red door. Tamioji and Quark, magenta, would pair up with Kay, magenta, and open the green door. Fi and Dio, yellow, would pair up with Luna, yellow, and go through the open the blue door.
3 minutes remain on...
Okay, so who's gonna go where?
I'm not going with Kay. I had enough of that last time. Thank you very much.
Oh dear. Seems I'm not wanted.
Yeah, after that shit, why would you be?
I'd like Luna to come with us.
Huh? Me?
What's that about?
Need someone gullible for the next round?
Hey, shut up.
I think so, yeah.
Aren't you my partner?
Yeah, but she doesn't trust you as far as she can throw you, that's for sure.
Maybe. But I don't want her to think that means I agree with you. You betrayed me last time, Fi.
Oof. But she really does want to get out here with everyone. It's just I think that she's very adamant about surviving, because I have this feeling that she's being forced to play along, but we'll see.
And Dio, you betrayed Tenmyoji.
Ah, come on. Didn't I tell you? It was Quark who...
Dio! Stop saying that!
Lots of hostility in here. I don't know if there's ever been as much hostility in these door conversations. Ever before, from what I remember right now. Oof, man.
Anyway, Fi and I won't be choosing betray this time.
Well, you fucking say that, but first of all, I wouldn't ever trust Dio at this point. I already did that once, in that one route where he stole the Excelivir, and then killed Sigma and didn't give a fuck about it. It's pretty clear to me, but like, I'm really wondering, why does Dio want Luna here?
Your BP's 1 right now, isn't it? If you chose ally and we chose betray, what would it be?
Because I have a feeling that Phi's right on the money. But why exactly? What room are they going to? Are they going to the lab? That would make all of the sense if they are.
-1. I'd die.
I didn't want to say it straight out, but yeah.
I think you wouldn't really care about saying that, but you're acting like you care so that you can manipulate her. Because in my experience, he's really good at that shit. Fucking asshole.
We're not gonna go that far just to get out of here, right, Phi?
Yeah.
The tension in the air, man. This is like the most hostile room choice I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Interesting, but it does make sense of all people that Luna would go ahead and go with this, but I feel bad for her.
Then I'm going to take a chance on you.
She is way too pure for this situation. She does not deserve to be here. Fuck whoever put her here, I don't care why. Luna, are you sure about this?
Yes. I've made up my mind.
Then that means Quark and I will be going with Kay.
It really points to Luna's character, I think. Because think about it. Most of the time that someone locks in a choice, it's because of selfish reasons, not selfless ones like that.
Yes, I am.
Then I get to go with Alice again. I'm totally good with that. What I did to Alice last time was really bad. I want to try to make up for it.
Aw, cute. Although I really fucking hope she does, because if she doesn't, that's gonna suck a lot of dick.
So we're going with option C then?
And I'm really gonna wonder what the fuck that's about if she does that. But I really don't think she would. Part of me feels like I wouldn't be surprised if she does. Because she's been contradictory before, but in regards to the people she loves, not really. Because I think she's latching onto Alice pretty clearly, kind of like how she latches onto her brother in the first game. This is a really interesting route. I kind of wish I'd done this sooner. But I am also glad I didn't, because betraying Luna sucks a lot of penis. So we're going with option C then? Is this the first time we've had the same color groups? I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure it's a pretty rare thing.
That means each group is going through a complementary door. Sigma, Alice, and Clover are going through the red door. Ten, Miyoji, Quark, and Kay are going through the green door. And finally, Dio, Luna, and I are going through the blue door. Any objections?
If there were any objections, there was no time for them. So yeah, this is how we get forced. And interestingly enough, part of it's because Luna decides to give two people that have proven... Man, I fucking hope she doesn't get fucked over again and just die. But because it's Dio, I'm just waiting for that. I'm gonna feel even worse about betraying her if she dies here, or like, at least gets braceleted, even if we can maybe save her with that injection gun. I hope so. We'll see. Luna's situation to me. I'll be surprised if UCHIKOCHI doesn't do this. This meeting, get her BP to -1. Because this feels like a pretty common setup, just not from the player's perspective this time, for that. So, we'll see. The announcer's voice filled the room as we ran 4 doors, and then we smoked marijuana. No, we didn't do that.
1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Huh? Is this a dead end?
There are 3 doors, but it looks like they're all locked.
I wonder what this thing does.
Well, it's got a lever.
Can you pull that, Sigma?
Sure thing. Whoa! Clover's in this room and there's no fucking argument? My mind is exploding. There's no jokes, there's no argument, there's nothing! What the fuck? I'm so happy. I'm kind of traumatized by Clover making dumb jokes or having dumb lever-related gags in this room, and there was nothing! There was nothing like that. My mind is blown, and I'm so happy. Huh? Oh, that's interesting.
It opened the door on the right.
Huh. That seems kind of weird. I mean, why just that one? What about the other 2? I don't know either, Sigma. We've been through this, but, well, I think I could guess that it's really just, yeah, this is how the doors work. Zero wants us to go through specific ones for, you know, all sorts of morphogenetic fieldsy reasons, probably.
Details, details. Hardly seems important to me. They gave us the way forward. I say we take it. Come along now.
Without waiting for a response, Alice strode off toward the open door. Clover and I hurried to follow. I'm so happy that in this room there's no dumb lever gags. I'm so happy that this room is at least one room. Yep, I thought so. I thought we would finally explore the pantry.
Whoa! This is amazing! Who'd ever need this much underwear?
What?
Well, I mean, all these boxes and stuff are panties, right? And there are a lot of boxes.
Panties?
Isn't that what it said on the door?
Okay. See, I should have figured out by now that if we're with Clover, for some fucking reason, there's gotta be a specifically larger than usual amount of jokes that are dumb, especially relating to puns and pervy things, which this also covers both gamuts at once. Because, you know, I was like, oh, thank God, there's no stupid jokes in the lever room, but of course there's stupid jokes in the room itself, because we're with Clover. For some reason, that's the rule UCHIKOCHI decided to follow. The stupidest jokes are always the Clover rooms for some goddamn reason.
Clover dear, it didn't say panty.
It said pantry.
Pantry?
It's where you keep food.
Oh, I guess that makes more sense.
Speaking of making sense, that joke didn't make sense. But UCHIKOCHI has this, like, compulsive need to... Okay, I thought of a stupid pun. I should put it in the game, because I'm an asshole. Her face had turned an especially amusing shade of red. Because, you know, she's got to be embarrassed and say pervy things accidentally, too, because, you know, fan service. So the otakus can fucking pull down their pants and fap. Oh, kawaii! I'm sorry for that image. What do you think that thing is?
I'd say it's a water storage tank.
It's totally full of water.
The stuff on the shelves looks like it's mostly bread, maybe a few pastries, but no panties.
Stop with the fucking panties. God damn it. And panties has always been a weird Japanese fetish thing to me. There's a lot of games that really like their panties for some reason. Games and anime and hentai, and, you know. So just a whole bunch of food, huh?
Clover was right that there's a lot, though.
Looks like you could live here for quite a while, yeah. Although I wouldn't be surprised if there was something like underwear in here or stocked somewhere, though. Because, well, if you're living somewhere for quite a while, you're gonna also need new clothes, too. But anyway.
I'd have to agree.
What do you think this place is for?
Maybe it's where they quarantine sick people.
What?
Didn't we tell you about Radical 6?
I guess that story really was true.
You're saying that the reason they've got all this food and water is so that they can keep infected people here? It's ridiculous. I'm not infected with some weird-ass disease. I mean, well, not now, but you are in certain routes later on. I don't want to spend the rest of my life locked up in a metal box. Well, unfortunately, apparently you do that in certain routes, although I don't know how true that is.
Me either. Giving us food is all well and good, but no spare underwear?
Why the fuck did they bring the underwear back? They've already worn that out. Oh yeah, that's right, it's UCHIKOCHI, that's why.
Seriously? How long are you guys going to keep making fun of me for that?
Alright, well, we need to search this room. So let's get started. I have a feeling I'm gonna like the Clover Alice energy more than the Clover anyone else energy, but it's still gonna be a lot of stupid jokes, so I'm preparing my anus for that. Alright, exploring time. Basic water. Basic water. Neutral water and acidic water. I guess pH levels. That thing I learned in science class in high school. Amazing. So you have to do something related to the pH levels of that water. What the heck are these? Fractions? Oh no! Math, my mortal enemy! No, I think these are pages from a day calendar. But I have a feeling it's still math. We'll see. Also, you know, if I really sat down and tried to figure out how to math better, I probably could. And I actually might do that one day. The blue ones are Saturdays, and the red ones are Sundays. I think a lot of people just kind of assume that they are good at something, and for the rest of their lives they never try to get better at it, because they're just used to not being good at it, and they don't want to try because it's hard. And I'm gonna try to not be one of those people, because I feel like there's so many of those people, and that people waste potential by doing that. But anyway, so the black numbers are weekdays. 5 pages from a day calendar. Looks like they're for January 13th, March 27th, May 7th, July 30th, and November 11th. Oh hey, 11/11. The day Skyrim came out in 2011. I wonder what this thing is. Well, it's full of ice cubes. Do you think maybe it's an ice machine? It's pretty big for something like that. Maybe it's an industrial ice machine. It makes sense, considering, well, they're trying to feed a lot of people for a long time, so of course something like this makes sense here. These look like handles, right? I wonder if you can lift it open. Let me give it a shot. No good, won't even budge. Okay, Sigma does not have super strength, so that's another point that Phi is maybe not a goal. We'll see. I feel like there's a lot of things you can glean from this route in particular, but there's a lot of things you can glean from the longer routes in general. There's always enough different things about them for you to speculate about, and that sort of thing. Speculate about and put some pieces together. Small pieces, even if you end up putting the pieces together in the wrong way and assume something that isn't true, which I think Uchikochi literally wants to make you do at many points. Like, you know, the whole Alice coffin thing, which I still feel like that's more than just, oh, someone thought that was me. I think it's more than that, but we'll see. Anyway, button parts. What's this? A button? It looks like it. Are these threads cut to the inside? So, like a female screw. Wait, maybe we can combine it with something else and make it a bit more useful. Female screw. My brain is trying to even imagine what that is. Is it like a hollow screw? Is it like a... Oh, female screw. I see. Okay, I get it now. The inside of that is like a female screw. I see now. Okay. By the way, the words female screw sound interesting together. Anyway. Empty beaker. I would like to screw a female. What? Sorry. This is a beaker. There's nothing in it. We're gonna probably have to put something in it, like I imagine water for whatever the pH study is. That's what I'm guessing right now. These are some pretty impressive shelves. That's a lot of prepackaged food. There's a bunch of instant coffee and boxers. Oh my god! Why the underwear jokes? I know why. It's because Uchikochi and his goddamn puns. If you take the R out of pantry, it sounds like panty. I'm gonna make a whole fucking room of jokes about that. Because I'm Uchikochi and I'm fucking insane! Apologies for the ear rape there. I'm a little done with his puns. And I know that's only gonna get worse. Because I've heard that every subsequent game is more punny, so I'm just bracing my anus for the frustration. You mean boxes, right? Gah! God damn it, Uchikochi. Fuck you for that, dude. I love you, man, you insane bastard, but fuck you for that. This is something, I think. No, it's just like the wheels of that thing. They have red on them for some reason. Some of the pictures on these boxes look really tasty. I wonder what's under the wrapper. Fuck! I'm not even reading that. Poor Clover. Okay, now I feel bad about being like, oh my god, Clover, because now she's being made fun of. Shelves full of preserved fruit. There's also a wheeled cabinet next to the wall, so it could probably be moved. Why the hell did they put a cabinet back in a corner like this? It's really hard to get to. Agreed. It's got a sliding door. Alright, let's slide it then. What's this? A binder? It still look like folders to me. A binder would be a lot more three-dimensional than that. It's got a couple pieces of paper inside. You probably ought to hang on to them, huh? You found a nutritional management chart and a nutritional balance chart. You can review them in the archive. I keep wanting to say archive, even though I know it's pronounced archive. English is confusing, man. There are 2 cabinets up against the back walls. To the left, one has a sliding door, but I can't get it open. And I think that the reason I can't is because I need to slide this one, if I can. Yeah, it looks like... Let's see here. What happens if I do this? See this red button? I think it keeps the wheel in place, so if we push it, it'll unlock. I think we can move this thing if we release all the locks. That's good. Let's get to it then. Satisfying. Pulling button save. Yes. Okay, I did that. Oh, I have to release the other side too, don't I? Yes, okay, I had a feeling there was a reason there was red stuff on the wheels. It's because it is. Alright, the wheel locks should be released now. Good. Let's see if we can move this thing. Yep-erino. Yep, that's what I thought. You move it that way a little bit so you can get to the other shelf. Does it also have wheel locks? Okay, it doesn't look like it. I think I should be able to just pull it, right? Maybe not? Okay, it looks like a no for some reason, so what the hell does that mean? Actually, wait, no, I think I maybe need to be here for it. Okay, no. I'm not sure what the hell I'm supposed to do to pull that then, unless there are wheel locks over here and I somehow need to... Okay, well, I don't know how to get to that door yet. Actually, wait, no, maybe... Can't get it open still. Okay, so I'm still not sure. Have a look inside. Oh, wait, hold on, yeah, I haven't looked on this side yet. I won't try to move it again for now. There's a binder here, too. Like a folder. And this is what, some kind of chemical? Yeah, it's a pH test. I definitely see where that's going because we definitely need to pH test the water for some reason. Probably for some like numbers or something that will help us to do a puzzle or we'll see. Let's take that binder first. You found a pH. Yeah, I have a feeling that that's exactly what that's for. Reviewed in the archive. Now the chemical pH test. This is a chemical testing for this is a chemical for testing pH. You use it to test how basic or acidic something is. Did you ever do that in school? Yes, I did. I remember that. You put it in water, and the water changes color depending on the basicity or acidity. Yep-erino. I actually remember really having fun with that science experiment. Was we actually went home and tested different liquids in our houses and stuff. It was fun times. An empty plastic container. It says basic water. So does that mean we're supposed to put basic water in here? Okay. Oh. Okay. It looks like we have to like. Okay. So it's empty, and you have to find different sources of water, I guess. So another one for basic water. I wonder why there's two for basic. I guess we'll see. It's a plastic bottle. Interesting how it says bottle. My brain would call that a jug. This one says natural water. Oh, Clover, please. You think that means we're supposed to put water from nature into it? No, Clover. Look at it again. It doesn't say natural. It says neutral. Oh, you're right. That means it's not acidic or basic. It's right in the middle. I'm starting to realize that UCHIKOCHI has this like modus operandi for these levels. I've really only noticed this with Clover, honestly. Like the rooms have a theme as far as the character interactions. For this one, it's Clover being stupid and accidentally saying puns all the time. I don't know what the hell that's about, but anyway. Acidic water. Does this icon here mean don't drink this? It says acidic water, so I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say we probably shouldn't drink. Then again, it's empty, so it's like there's anything you can drink anyway. Acidic water. So wait, vinegar or something? I suppose. I think this is probably more like the water they use in beauty products. Okay. Large shells. Okay. Interesting how we have a whole, like, chart about food and we don't see that. Actually, wait. Maybe that has to do with these drawers here. What do you think this machine is? The bottom part looks like some kind of dolly. It's got this 5x5 grid of metal, 5x5 grid of metal boxes. Top row's... Whoops, I forgot to read that entirely. Top row's empty there, that's all it's saying. Okay. Yeah. You think we're supposed to put something in there? Yeah. Well, not something, I guess. Probably more boxes. Top row cubicles and boxes. Okay, so... Looks like the individual boxes aren't going to have anything. Can you put some in there? Actually, wait, I have a feeling that's where those water containers go. We'll see. It's like a card slot. Probably for some kind of special card. Oh yeah, I thought this drawer would have something in it. Oh yeah, that definitely goes into that other thing. What do you think this is? It's got a sort of metal shaft there. It's got these grooves all the way down, cut all the way down the side. Yeah, like a nail screw. Yep. And we need to combine it with something. Yes, we do. There we go. Now we have a button. I guess we need to put it on something. And now we got a button. Probably need to attach it to a machine now. Have you seen anything that looks like it needs a button? I don't think so, but I'll be looking for that now. Whoa! Wait a minute. What are you doing? You broke it. I don't think you're supposed... Whoa, what the hell? This drawer is warm. I love how the name is warm with a, like, 5 A's drawer. That's ridiculous. Why would a drawer just be... You're kidding. It really is warm. What's going on here? You took this out of the dolly, right? Yeah. Maybe it's for heating food up. Oh, that makes sense. Someone would have used it recently, so there's still some residual warmth. Could have, I mean. Hey, this is from a calendar, right? Yeah, it looks a little weird, though. I found a calendar! Wait, I think there's something written on the back of it. The day the man was abducted. Oh, yeah. Which man? There's several men that were abducted in this game. Oh, yeah. There is something back here. You found a note on the back of the calendar. You can review it in the archive. Actually, how many men were actually abducted out of the ones that said they were? Because I have a feeling that at least Dio wasn't really at least truthful about, like, why, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, tons of them. Tons of what I got. Once again, I didn't read a line, and I'm in one of those moods where I'm anal about that. Let me... so these are all drawers, huh? Okay, yeah. Wow, how many are there, I wonder? 366. What? I said there were 366 drawers. You probably just did multiplication or something to see that. You just looked at them and figured that out? No, I did math. Yeah, I thought so. They're divided into 4 sections, and each row is numbered 1 through 14. I have a feeling Uchikochi is like a math nerd. Uchikochi is a nerd in general. He's obviously really big into science and math, because there's so many, both science and mathematical concepts, all through these games. In other words, there are 14 rows in each section. The columns are labeled with the letters A through G, so you've got 7 columns per section, and 4 sections means 28 columns total. Now, each section... My brain is breaking, by the way. I'm glad I don't have to do this math myself. And I hope this room doesn't make me do math at all, though I have a feeling it will. Now, each section has a few spots where there aren't any drawers, right? Well, specifically, there are 26 of the spots. So you just calculate 14 times 28 minus 26. How did you figure that out in seconds? Lady, I think you're a genius and you don't even know it. And that's 366? Right. You did all that in your head? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Of course. It's pretty simple stuff. Not to me! Both of them were like, no. No, it isn't. Okay, yeah, this is also... I had a feeling there was quite a bit more that I hadn't seen in the room yet. This is definitely about the pH. What else is there? Anything else about this ice machine? Looks like it should open, but it won't budge no matter how hard I pull at it. Oh, there's a lock here. That's probably got something to do with it. Oh, the button. That's where the button goes. This appears to be a graphic of some sort. There's a small hole right to the right of it. Bam. There we go. It should be in there pretty good now. Yeah, looks good to me. Well, why don't you go ahead and push it? And there. Did you hear that? Yeah, sounds like the lock opened. So we can open it? I'd assume so, yeah. Cool. Huh, so it is supposed to open. Is there anything in there? Huh, I wonder... I have a feeling we might have to put something in there. I wonder why. Looks like I can open it from both sides. See? I think you could do that from the front or back, too. Then there's no hinge, it's just one huge lid. It's just sitting on top of the bottom. Interesting. Hey, does it look like there's something inside that ice cube? Wait, what? Yeah, you're right. I wonder if we can get to it. Well, we won't just be grabbing it, that's for sure. This glass is in the way. How about dropping it through that hole? Hole? There's a square hole down there, see? I think you just need to slide that ice cube into it. How? I really have to explain it. Alright, fine, just pay attention. Okay, so here's an interesting puzzle. You can slide the ice cubes by using the directional buttons. Move the ice cube with something in it to the hole in the front. You can slide 4 of the ice cubes, but there's a limit to the number of times each one can be moved. Once you've reached the limit, the ice cube will freeze in place. Okay, got it. Here it goes. Let's see here. Okay, we need to get that one. Yeah, this is a similar puzzle to some of the others in this game. Okay, so I need to get that one there. No, I think if I do this... Yeah, okay. No, see, that'll... No, oh, I think I might have done it. Okay. Okay. I think I need to maybe have, like, put a stopper, like, here or something. Because if I do... Okay, that one just sticks where it lands. Okay, the others just stick where they land, I think, so... Because you can only move them... Actually, wait, no. You can move them upward. Yeah, if I do that, then... Okay, I think what I... Okay, how do I get that to go down there? Because I think what I need to do is... have it so that, like... something that stops it from going too far in one direction, maybe? This will also fail here. Yeah, because you can only move it just the 4 cardinal directions. I'm not sure exactly when it happens. It might happen after 2 times. Oh yeah, okay, so it seems like they stick where they land when they turn that white, which I think is after like 3 or 4 times. Which might be the key to getting it to where there's stoppers, I think, in the right places, so that that just gets guided here somehow.
It has to drop in from above.
Yeah, oh.
Or straight across.
I think you're right about that. I think you're right about the first thing, but how do I make that happen? Yeah, this is not gonna work, I think, still. But what if I did... Oh yeah, also I need to be careful about, like, when... Because, yeah, like, after a few times, it'll just stick.
Each one of them gets 4 moves, that's it.
Okay, yeah. What would stoppers need to be to guide that into there, actually? Because I think that's what you need to do here. Oh, that's right. When I move it, they'll all move at once. That's the other thing to consider.
Are you able to select which one you move after you've moved it?
No, it's always in, like, order of, like... It'll move the ones that aren't, like, stuck up there or stuck somewhere else. I have a feeling it might have something to do with guiding it along this side, because there's more bumpers. And I think you have to, like, make a mechanism that makes sure that it just gets guided here. I just thought of something. Let me see what this does. Because I do that. I do this. What does this do? No, that'll go all the way over there.
I'm able to hit it down while it's moving, right?
Yeah, wait, hold on. I have a feeling it might have to do with this side, because there's more guidance over here. There's more things in the way, right? I have a feeling that might be needed for this. The arrow pointing down might really be your main hint, because if I specifically think about how to get it in there vertically from the top, that might be... How to where the ice cubes are placed, how does that affect it? Because, I feel like this nook might exist for a reason, but I have no idea what reason. This is an interesting one. Most of the puzzles in this game, I think, aren't this hard. Hi, George! Pretty bird. Pretty noisy bird. And I don't think up will do much, because you would only move that one. So I have a feeling, and I have a feeling that basically they need to be concentrated down here somehow. I have this feeling that you might need to use this side as a ramp by putting one of them there. So I'm gonna still keep trying to figure out what to do about that. Wait a minute! If I can get one here! That's my goal now, is trying to figure out how to do that. I think the big key here is learning to think ahead moves, but that's really hard for me. There's a nook over here. And if I could get one there, and then have it slide over and freeze there, so basically I need to get it here in 3 moves, and then that one will drop 2.
Okay, go all the way back across. Now all the way back again. Here.
Yeah, I know, but it'll all move them all, basically. It'll always move all 4 of them as long as they can move. That's how that works.
Yeah, but see, that would have been a 1, 2, 3 lock.
Yeah.
And then you could have brought the next one down.
Yeah, but the issue is that they'll all
Not
move.
too much good. It has to be elsewhere.
It's 3 moves then, so...
Shit, it's only 3?
Yeah, apparently, okay.
Well, the first one is 1, so just dropping it out of the 5.
Oh yeah, no, this one has only 3 moves, because look, it's already a little wider. So, the others have 4 though.
Okay, over to here. Shit, that's the one you need, right?
Yeah, that's the one I need to get here,
Yeah,
so again...
You need to get there earlier with one of these other ones.
Yeah, I think you're right, but... Because, yeah, that'll do it. It probably requires, like, all 3 of them to get one here, I bet. Hey, Dad! Actually, well, I don't know. Can I get it there? I don't exactly know how I did this, but I can play it back and show you later, but I think I just did it. I'm not sure how I did this, but I think I just did it. Feels good. Alright, I'll show you how I did it. How it worked! Good job, Sigma! Open it up. We should be able to get that ice cube now. Feels good, man. I like completing puzzles, especially with the help of Medea. I know I've mentioned this before, but in fact, I'm pretty sure you've heard him a little bit in past episodes if you've watched those ones. And if you have watched enough of the episodes to end up catching some of that, thank you, because it's pretty rare, but sometimes he'll come in my room, I'm doing a vidya, and I'm doing a puzzle, and I think I got my like of puzzles from my dad, who loves puzzles. And he'll immediately stop and look at it and be interested and help me figure it out. And it's always a fun family bonding moment between me and my dad. It's always wonderful. Visitor ID. That's a big ice cube, yeah. And it's got a, yeah, like, think about it. Like, the normal size of like, an ID card, thinking about it that way, that is a very big ice cube. And it's got a card of some kind. The ticket's about the same size as a credit card. Yeah, so yeah. This is definitely like a smaller scale than an actual credit card. Actually, is it? I'm curious now. How to get my wallet. Yeah, no, I can already, before I even put it to the screen, I almost can guarantee you. Also, it'll probably vary. Actually, no. Yeah, card is a little bit bigger than this, but actually not as much as I thought it would be. But yeah, like, yeah, that's a big ice cube, basically. But yeah, it's actually around to scale, at least on my screen. Though I think it'd vary by screen and stuff, I think. By resolution, especially. How do we get it out? Maybe we could throw it against a wall or something? I think that might, like, risk breaking the card. I think we'll have to melt it or something, I bet. Actually, wait, I just realized. Warm drawer! That's probably how we do this. No, that might damage the card. So you just want to wait. What, wait until it melts? There's got to be a faster way. There is, and I think it's warm drawer. Can I literally just do this? Or do I have to put it back in? Okay, yeah, I do that. And then I would read the flavor text, but when I have moments like this, I'd really rather just, like, get it done. Although, you know what? Let's go ahead and examine it. You put the ice cube in the wall. I love how they're all calling it warm with the several A's for some reason. I wonder if that's a Japanese translation thing. Like, when they localized it to English, they, like, did it that way for some specific reason, or what. But or maybe it's just, like, to make it funny. Put the ice cube in the warm drawer, right? Yeah, it'll probably melt eventually. That's a waste of time. Just stick it back in the dolly. Yeah, that's what I thought. Again, this is... The dialogue's funny. I was like, every time I'm like, but I'd rather just do it. I'm becoming more patient as I play these games. It makes sense, because you need patience to sit there and figure out the puzzles by yourself. And I really like the feeling of, hey, I didn't have to look that up. So I think these games are literally making me more patient. Games can be so helpful for enriching your life. So, like, the old adage of, oh, games are just a waste of time has always pissed me off, because from a kid I noticed this, that games have helped me as a person. Anyway, alright, now to put the drawer and the ice back inside. Now, granted, games in excess, which is really hard not to do, I think, honestly, until you get some balance in your life, is a problem. But that's an entirely separate issue from whether the content of games can be helpful for your brain. I think abso-fucking-lutely. In fact, I don't even think that. I can tell you some specific examples, although I have to think about them, about, like, how games helped me. In fact, I could say specifically that games help me get in a flow mode where now when there's a problem in real life, I swear to God, a lot of the time, I go into my, okay, mode of thinking about problems in a game. Oftentimes, especially with logistical stuff, things that feel similar to game puzzles, but like are real-life puzzles. I absolutely have increased my ability to problem solve in real life through games, because that's a lot of what you're doing when you're playing games. Alright, now to put the drawer and ice back inside. Oh, you hear that? It's probably warming up right now. We should probably keep an eye on it. Yeah, we don't want to, like, scorch the card or something, or boil it or what have you. Looks like it's done. Open it up and have a look. There it is. Hey, look, the water from the ice melted. Ah, hot! Of course it is, you dumb bass. The card's underneath the water. Okay, here goes. Ah, are you okay? Just kidding. Dick move. See, Alice gives a fuck. And that's clear from that one ending of hers, but I think she puts on a mask of not giving a fuck. Especially in regards to having the premonition of Sigma betraying her. But I wonder if... Because she seems less inclined to be a dick to Sigma, although granted, I don't think we've betrayed her here. We did betray Luna, though, which is new, but I think that's another part of why. We didn't actually betray her this time, right? But, I wonder if she's had the premonition over here of us betraying her. And maybe not. Over here, meaning on this side of the flowchart, because I'm pretty sure I remember the Alice side is more to the right. Oh, that same one where we get her blurb about the first game, which I think is also, interestingly enough, that route where we end up betraying her. But I think us wanting to trust her after she could have killed us was maybe part of what, like, made her spill over into, you know, spilling the beans. And also kind of having a bit of a romantic scene with Sigma. I kind of like that, actually. And again, I kind of like that people that hate each other, like, learn to love each other sort of thing. I like that, that dynamic with, Seven and Lotus, for example, in the first game. Because towards the end of the game, there's at least one scene where I'm like, yeah, that's some shipping hints right there, and I ship that. So, what do you think the deal is with the card? Well, it says visitor ID on it, so it wouldn't be for, like, authenticating or something? We might be able to use it to activate something. Oh, you know what? I bet we activate literally the thing above, right above the drawer. Machine on the dolly. The top row of cubbies doesn't have any boxes in it, though. Should I put some in there? I think maybe the boxes are the ones with the water, but we'll see. Machine on dolly. Hello? Okay, hold on. Yeah, I need to actually activate the screen instead of that side of the machine. Some of the way that you, I guess, navigate the rooms, especially navigating specific objects and stuff, is a little counterintuitive, but oh well. Like, designing something like this cannot be easy at all, so they certainly have a lot of room for this sort of thing. But if I were designing this, I'd have to probably think of all the logistics of it, but I would probably make it so if you activated this side of the machine, it would go to this. If you activated anywhere around here, it would go to the screen specifically. But, like, if I did this, see, it just says a machine on a dolly. See, like, yeah, if I was designing this, if it's possible, again, I don't even know if it's technically possible for some reason. So if it isn't, then I get it. But otherwise, like, why would you not make it so that if you click, like, up here, or down here, it activates the screen? I would do that if I were them, but I'm not them. I also don't know if that's possible. If it isn't, then that's okay. But if it is, then I don't know. At least that's how my brain works. I wonder why they thought to do it like that. But anyway, here's what looks like a car. Okay, let's slide this baby in. Yeah, go for it. Hey, what's going on? Looks like it's on now. Why is the screen red? You think something's wrong? It also made the failure noise that I heard a bunch while I was doing the ice cube puzzle. You think something's wrong? Wait, it says something. Number of ration boxes insufficient. Okay, yes, so we need to fill the cubby holes. I guess I should have figured. Number of ration boxes insufficient. I guess I could have figured. I'm trying to eliminate the word should from my, at least, category talking about myself, because I think that'll just generally help me be easier on myself, and thus make my whole life easier. Number of ration boxes insufficient. Please rectify. I'm already erect. Cannot verify. Now I'm the one making bad jokes. UCHIKOCHI shakes fist. Cannot verify presence of acidic water. Oh, yeah, I thought so. Please rectify. Yeah. All the different water vessels. I think we do need to put water in it, which I think involves that machine all on the other side of the room. All right, so I guess let's go ahead and preemptively grab one of the vessels. And okay, yeah, I'm seeing it. I think maybe you should test the pH with that tester in regards to all the different numbers. What's this thing? Well, it's got a faucet, so I think it's connected to the water storage tank up there. So you'd used it. Whoops, that's a typo. So you'd use it to pour water. Yeah, there's a drain too. Oh yeah, in the middle here. Sigma, don't you think you could use that here? Yeah, the drain. I could get rid of water here. But how do you get water? Then I guess you don't get water there. Where do you get water then? Oh, by the way, This is a different screen. Oh, hey, the screen lit up. Looks like it's designed to turn on when you touch it. Maybe I need to type something in. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Definitely need more hints. Definitely need more hints for that. Okay, you know, this is probably all the hint for this code, because it's got a bunch of numbers, and so does this. But I'll deal with that later. Unless I have to deal with it beforehand. Okay, so I don't need to do anything more with that. Where do you get water? Actually, maybe down here. Never mind. Okay, I can't seem to move that. Okay, so what does that do? Maybe it only is to get to the both sides of this particular drawer, which I think I already opened. Let's see, though. If I move it again. I think I've already done everything I need to there, because I've opened these. Yeah. And I think only the top drawer matters, because it just closes it when you zoom out at all. This looks different. There's a bunch of these cubbies in the wall. All of them seem to be locked, though. I can't open them. I don't see anything like a keyhole either. I'm not sure if I can open them. Okay, so I guess they don't pertain to the puzzle, but we'll see. Oh, but these up here, though. Yeah, this is definitely pertaining to the puzzle somehow. But I don't know. How? How do I get water? How do I get water in the... Wait, maybe the beaker. Oh, wait, hold on. The faucet. Okay. So this beaker. Okay. Okay, cool. I got that. Do I have to fill the beaker a lot? Okay. I don't know what the water is... But I have a feeling you're also going to have to fill those. Not sure what the beaker is supposed to do, but... Let's see. Can I fill these things? Yes. Okay, so what's +2? I have a feeling that the pH level needs to be specific. Okay, then how do I test it then if I can't just... Wait, does it specifically have to be the beaker? Yes, okay. Hey, look at that. pH detection chemical worked. Some sort of blue-green color. Well, going by the pH color scale we got, it's 8. +2 button, right? Right. 2 button had a pH of 8, right? That would mean... the pH +6 and +0 button. Yeah, maybe. pH detection document. Okay, so 8 is still basic. But I have this feeling that you might need different levels of basic. But that's basic, so... I did put it in basic water, right? So that is basic water, as far as I can tell from that scale. If I go 0, that's going to be neutral water. Guaranteed. So that's going to probably be... I won't have to adjust the number... on that at all. This is just going to be the neutral container, but I'm still going to make sure this is neutral, but I'm pretty sure. Beaker's full of water. I got the 0 button. After I put the pH detector chemical into it, the water turned yellowish green. This appears to be water with a pH of 6. Yeah, okay, so they were right about that when they speculated, the ladies, when they speculated that, okay, so yeah, 6 is... No, I think it needs a pH of 7, because that's like neutral. This is more acidic. Once it goes to 6, 5, 4. +1 would probably be what I need for like neutral water. So I'll just... For now, I'll just fill the neutral water one with this. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Just to make sure it's basic, I'm probably just gonna do, for the moment, unless I realize I need different levels of water there, I'm gonna do a 10, and a 4, meaning +3, +3, -3. Alright, both basics are filled. Cool. Neutral. Okay, so this should work. We'll see. I'll get the water right, and then I'll figure out the food. I still don't know what the hell to do about the food. For the moment, I'll try -2 acidic water, which means once I've done that, I put this here, and then I tried -3 basic. I had a feeling the numbers would come into play here. So let's try -2, or not +2 basic again. This one's empty, right? Oh, no, this one's water filled. Okay, yeah, I gotta empty it first. I did a single basic water. Okay, still. So what does that mean? Okay, it looks like the order of the water vessels doesn't seem to matter. Either that or I put them in the right order already. But one of the basic water vessels... Question. I got rid of that one, right? What happens if I get rid of this one? Okay, so if it still says the same thing, if I just do this, then it won't tell me which one. I still have to figure that out somehow. Does it need to be +1 then? Or +3... Or +2 maybe. Maybe it needs to both be +2. So I don't remember which one I had +2 in. Whoops! Did I double fill it? I didn't mean to do that. Let's change... Oh! You can just change the water. You don't have to... Oh! That's a nice feature. I wish the game made any indication of that being a possibility. It's not like that one extra step is much of a big deal, but if I knew that... I would just do it this way to start with. Alright, let's see if +2 makes it happy. Vessels, okay, so +2 ain't it. Okay, yeah, so +2 ain't it. It might be just +3. It also might be +1. I think those are the only options, actually. Or maybe +1, +3. Let's try +3 first. Let's change the water. Okay, there we go. 3 and 3. Now, is it +3? Okay, the water is all perfect. So, what the fuck do I do about food? Feels good, man. Now, okay, it doesn't look like just activating the shelves will do much. I just realized, yeah, hold on. I think I need to find, yeah, the colors, they match up, don't they? Actually, wait, no, they don't seem to match up. The more I look over here, but I have a feeling this is what I need, right? Shelves are divided into 4 sections of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10, 11, 12. Additionally, each section has rows of numbers, I do believe, is what that should say, I think. 1 through 14, and the letters A through G assigned to its 7 columns. What the heck do I do about food? I'm about to honestly look this up. Because I have no fucking clue what to do about food. That's the password again. Actually, what if the password is what I need to get cubbies of food, but like, how would that make any sense? Although, wait, maybe it'll like pop out particular boxes that will have the food? So I think I might have to figure out that puzzle now if I can. I'll try that, because that makes sense actually, a little bit. But like, the boxes aren't the right color, so that doesn't really make sense to me. They don't seem to be the right color. If I look over here, the colors seem more bright and pastel-y than these. And like, there's no yellow over here, like, so... Let me see here. There's another file I got from here, yes? Did I get all the calendars from in here, too? Yeah, I think so. And there's some balance chart. Staff... Oh, god, there's a lot of shit in here. This is... Oh, god. My brain's breaking just... Because I got all these files from in here, I think. Or else I don't think it would say... Oh my god, my brain's breaking. Okay, yeah, so those are calendars. Each one's a quarter of the year. I guess it's all the food you'd need for that, but how do they put that in those tiny cubbies? Unless those aren't cubbies. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be about. I'm not sure what all these scores are about. I have a feeling that's about the puzzle we haven't unlocked yet. The puzzle on that screen. I love this game. Just, you know, again, another random point in time that I feel like I need to say that I love this game. It's really good. And I just love making this content. Also, this song is probably absolutely one of my favorites for sure. We can't unlock it. I have no clue. It's so nebulous to me. I have no fucking idea. I really want to just look it up. I have been in here for a while now. How do we get more boxes? I am completely not understanding what you do with all this information and where you even do anything with the information that's supposed to maybe provide you. If by now you're supposed to remember a date that hasn't been mentioned in a while, I don't know if that's good game design if there's nowhere where that's specifically mentioned. It might be somewhere in here, in all the files and stuff. I would honestly hope so. I think I remember he said it was the 24th. They were all abducted around the same year, right? Yeah, I think he said it was Christmas Eve, right? That he was abducted on, right? Sigma, I mean. So I'm gonna start with that. I have a feeling it is Sigma's, but I also feel like that'd be a little too easy, but I guess we'll see, won't we? If none of those dates around there seem to work, I might just look it up. But, I think I get... It's a little nebulous. I feel like it should be a little less nebulous, but I'm used to all the hints being in the room, right? Because, like, yes, it's been repeated a lot. Maybe they think you're supposed to remember it, and I do sort of, but I don't think... I'm not confident in it, you know? And I just looked through the files to make sure that there doesn't seem to be a documentation in here in the files section of when he was abducted, and I think it would be here in file or in secret if it was, and I don't think it's in either. So in fact, I just looked through them all. So there's that. And I don't think so. So second half of year, and 24th. Man, okay, I have to count from the top, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down should be the 24th, which I think was when he was abducted. And I think that, like, those coordinates will give me that, so... And I know it's this row, because it's right next to it's the second from last and right next to the blue row, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and... That should be the 24th, so F8? But wait, that doesn't seem right. It's just 2 letters, unless... oh yeah, hold on. 10, 11, 12, F8, right? So I'm on the right track, but what's the actual day? Or maybe it was the 23rd, 22nd, 21st? I'm trying all, like, the 20s. Okay, I'm gonna look up the day the man was abducted, because I feel like that's an old fucking hint that doesn't exist in this room, or something. I just scoured the files. I found the dates of the original Nonary games, but that doesn't necessarily coincide with the dates those people were abducted, right? And there was a lot of people there. I tried all of the days around before Christmas, because weren't that generally like all the days they were abducted on? The people here that had dates for it? In fact, wasn't Junpei... In fact, Sigma was the 24th, right? Which was the first day that I tried, so I have no fucking clue. I'm looking that one fact up, but I intend not to have to look anything else up. Hopefully. Especially not for this puzzle, but for maybe the last one, but I'm hoping not. Okay, whoops, there are dates over here on these sticky notes, and my brain just completely and utterly just forgot about them, didn't think about them that way. Oh well. All I did was raid that, and now I'm gonna figure out what to do about all that. I have a feeling that all of those will give us these boxes, because there's 5 and 5. And I think the day the man was abducted might be the file password, actually. So if I still can't figure that out, I still have not looked at that. But, if there doesn't seem to be a hint about it, I'll look that up too. I think that's the file password. But either way, 113, 57, 327, 730, 1111. There also might be a hint about it, and it might not be what I think it is either. So, either way, hold on. I need to actually... Do I write them down? I'd rather be able to remember them. Let's start with 113. I'm just gonna keep looking over there at them, and then finding them, and then putting them in. And these should all give me stuff. Thankfully. So, okay, now we're cooking with gas. I needed to realize if there's like doesn't seem to be anything else, it means there's another hint, Derg. I feel like I would realize this by now. 113. So, January 13th. But yeah, it's the 3rd row down, and the 3rd one from the blue row. So, 2 of them. So, basically, 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, right here. That would be 3... It would be E3, I do believe, and I hope that works. Please function, thank God. So yes, I'm on the right track here. It feels good to be on the right track. There, did it work? Look at the shelves, huh? The shelves, the drawers, whatever you want to call them. I had a feeling that's how that would work, yeah. Stuff would pop out. And stuff in this case is these little boxes. Box of meat rations. Chie would love this. I wonder what this box is. Is this a picture of meat? Yeah, Chie would love that. I guess it's some kind of ration. A ration. They're preserved food that can keep for a very long time. Sometimes they hand them out in the army. Given what's inside, it might be more accurate to call this a ration box. So, in here... A ration box. So, in here is some meat that's been processed and preserved. I would imagine so. Hey, didn't we see something kind of like this somewhere else? You know, that reminds me of the machine on the dolly. Yep, this needs to be put in one of the yeppers. Okay. So yeah, we need to get all the other... We need to get the other 4 of those. So, this is actually fun now that I fucking know what the fuck to do. Let's just go by date. So 327, which means way down here on the first grid. The second row, the very last one on the second row, right next to the red row. Very easy to remember. Very nice. So that would be B14. Feels good, man. Look, another one. It just popped out. Technology. This place is really neat, by the way. But it's obviously supposed to be in the near future, so that makes sense. Although, granted, I don't know if we have this level of tech here, especially the golems. But I think that kind of stuff is not the farthest off in the universe. Although, I would not make humanoid robots if I were the people in those fields, because... I mean, have you seen iRobot and shit, you know? Have you seen AI anything? I think the right people are worried enough about it that we're not gonna, you know, cause the robot apocalypse, thankfully. I would hope so. Just like I'm hopeful that the right people are worried enough about nuclear fallout to not fucking start a nuclear war. And thankfully, that has not been the case yet. But who knows, you know? Box of fish rations. A ration box with a picture of fish on it. Alice seems to think maybe we should insert it into the machine on the dolly. Yep, okay, yeah. So it doesn't look like there's any more funny dialogue about it, although maybe if I press it a few times, or some of the other ones a few times, there might be. But I'm more inclined to just get it happening. Again, we're going by date and order, so 5-7, which means we're on to the second square here. May 7th. 7 down. Actually, conveniently enough, seemingly. Unless I counted wrong, I don't think I did. So it would be A7, yeah. There we go. Come on, drawer. Numero trace. We got 2 more to grab. Are you supposed to sell it on it? Yep. Alright, we need 2 more, and then we need to do the dolly thing. Then I'll figure out what else I have a feeling that, again, we'll see if it might have to do with this puzzle that will very likely, no, not very likely, I know for a fact there's going to be a puzzle on the screen. Because we have 2 hints that have to do with rations. But the question remains, does the file password have to do with this, or the day the man was abducted? I am very, 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 very convinced, and will be surprised if this is not true, that it is the latter. Because why else would there be a nebulous hint in this game like that, you know what I mean? 7:30. It's 10 down, 4 from the left on the third quadrant. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It seems to be D10. I fucked up. That's odd. Yeah! Okay, never mind. This is apparently what you should be able to do. So what the fuck does that mean? Huh? That's odd. I should have been able to do just the same things as before. Last time I converted the dates on the calendar pages to point to shelves and type that in. Okay, so I'm glad that I didn't just get it wrong, apparently. Like, January 13th would have been something like January through March section. Thursday equals E week 3. So what the fuck? If he's gonna point that out, but then not be like, huh, maybe it's this, then what the fuck am I supposed to do? What if I try it again? What'll he say about it? Never mind. So, fuck it. I don't understand what the hell I'm supposed to do with that information. I've been in here for a long fucking time. I'm going to look that up too. Okay, for some reason it's A6, I don't get it. I'm gonna try to look up the last one by itself. But if that doesn't work, then that's 4. Looks like there's another one. Okay, soup rations. Now, the last one, because I should have 4 now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. The last one is 11/11, the day that Skyrim came out. Also, I think there's a game that came out on 11/11 this year too, right? I don't remember what game it was. It makes sense. It's a really easy date to remember. Also, it's around where the holiday season starts, so that's another reason to release a game around that time. Also, it's not very long before Black Friday, so that's like number 3. I'm more knowledgeable than I feel like I am. Sometimes I just gotta remind myself of that, because sometimes I feel knowledgeable, but most of my life I don't, so when I do, I remind myself of it. It's been helping a lot. 11/11, okay. Falls on the blue. It would be G, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if this isn't right, shrug, and I'll look it up again. Unless, well, I'll count again if I get it wrong. It should just be G6, unless I counted wrong. And if it's not, then I must have just not done it right the last time. Thank God. Okay, good. I only got one of them wrong and looked it up. Okay, that makes 5. Come on, let's do this. She's very excited about it. Box of pasta rations. Pasta, make your hair go faster. I love pasta, probably too much. More than likely, colors, and not even more than likely, absolutely the colors just need to go where the other colors are. This is the most obvious part of the puzzle. There we go. Feels good, man. Look at the screen. Yeah. So here we go. The chart shows the nutrient values that each staff member requires for the next 5 days. Rearrange the order of the rations boxes so that they match these values. Press the X button to grab a box, then place it on top of another box to switch them. Right, let me give it a shot. Let's look at those hints then, start figuring out what we need to do here. And again, I'm only gonna look this up if I take a billion years to even start figuring out what to do about it. Yeah, these two things. Nutritional balance chart. Staff nutritional chart. Nutritional balance 1 week. I'm trying to figure out, okay. Okay, I can't see to switch days or anything. Looks like we have to figure out the nutritional balance. Like what they're gonna eat in 1 week. I'm not sure what this is yet. I get it now. This shows us what each of these meals here, shown here, on this rather slot machine-y grid, are comprised of nutrients-wise. And this is what your nutrient balance should be for 1 week, including all 5 days. I can't seem to... Oh, never... Oh, you click and drag, don't you? It's okay, okay, that one's already... You don't do anything with this row. This row is just fixed. So we have a free row, I guess. And I guess the A row is supposed to help you figure out what, like, these mean, the files. So basically what it's saying is that this on row A adds up to this, and I think that's how you're supposed to figure out how to sort of reverse engineer the amount of squares to where to put the food, I guess. But I'm not sure what the three rows of different kinds of nutrients. Everything except for a little bit... Okay, I think I'm already starting to see what to do here. Because if my hunch is right, you can basically just switch the squares wherever, and not just within the same week, then what I'm thinking is... Okay, so B is a little bit less. There's one less orange square. There also seems to be one less red square. Let me verify that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's one less square of red, and then there's like 3 less of the green, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4 less actually. So let me just try to just go by, just focus on making 1 week seem to line up with that. Basically, 1 less bread, 1 less meat, and think cheese is the other one. 4 less cheese. There's a meal that doesn't have cheese at all. This is kind of boggling my brain a bit. Man, boy. I think I might understand better if I like deconstruct what all these meals do and how it adds up to how many squares A has, right? So it's got one of those. It's got one of each. So I'm gonna make a document and start writing down what number of each type of nutrients and what it adds up to. Because if I don't write some of this stuff down, there's a lot of information here. It's gonna be really hard for me to do this right. Alrighty, so I don't even need to look at these anymore, because I just wrote them all down in a notepad in a way that I can reference immediately by just looking over at my other screen, so that's sexy. So what I wrote down is the numbers of, you know, each squares, basically, that each type of food here, categorized by color, contains, and also what each of the weeks need, including the first one for reference. So, for example, A equals 8 bread, 10 meat, 8 cheese. So that's what the first week is. So we then need to figure out how to get the nutritional values for the others. But one thing I am concerned about, I don't know if it means anything, I don't know why it's there. I'm a little concerned about this red line in between the 10 and 11 squares on the chart. I really do not know what that's supposed to mean, and I hope it doesn't factor into the puzzle, because I have no idea what I should do if I realize that for some reason D doesn't work or something, because I need to not count that. I don't know. But if it doesn't have anything to do with anything, I really wonder why the fuck the red line is there. For B, we need 7 bread, 9 meat, 4 cheese. Okay? Again, if I have the numbers right. If I seem to have gotten them right, but it doesn't seem to add up, it doesn't, like... It should say okay when I've gotten it right? So, we'll see. And if it doesn't seem to say okay when I think I'm okay, either my math's wrong or the numbers are wrong, we'll see. There's no check button, so it'll just, like... It should auto-complete each okay, and then when we've got 5, it'll just say completed. It seems to be how this will work, but we'll see, won't we? 7 bread, 9 meat, and 4 cheese is what I need here. So, 4 cheese. I need to get rid of a lot of cheese. Let's start with getting rid of the orange food, because that has 3 cheese in it. That has the most cheese in it. For the moment, I'll swap this orange with the green food. We're just worrying about B right now. We're worrying about swapping things around to fit the other columns when that is called for, if that is. I'm hoping I can really just generally swap things around to fit the column, although it might come a point where I need to redo some of my math and some of the ways that I made things fit. But focusing on one row at a time is the easiest way for me to not get overwhelmed and confused by this, so that's what we're doing for now, unless the puzzle starts calling for another strategy. So, what should that be right now? Right now, by doing this, we should have way more bread than we need, but we'll figure that out when we can. So we should have the greens equal 2 bread, 1 meat. So, 2 bread, 1 meat. Then there's a blue, which makes it 3 bread, 4 meat, 2 cheese. With another green, which makes it 5 bread. That's a lot of bread. I want that bread, by the way. I love bread. I love carbs too much, basically. Bread, pasta, sugar, and then 5 meat? And then, oh god, this is gonna be hard to remember this shit. I'm gonna have to write it down too. God, this puzzle's hard, but I'm not gonna look it up. I think I can figure this out. It's just gonna take a lot of doing from my brain. Like, my short-term memory is being tested right now. It's bad. And this is a lot of short-term memory. This is a whole lot of short-term memory, this puzzle here. This is wholly short-term memory, Batman, is what this puzzle is right now. If I add the 2 greens together first, that's 4 bread, 2 meat. Again, we need 7 bread, 9 meat, 4 cheese. We need to figure out more meat, I think. I think I need to swap the green with another red one. We'll see one more. So, adding a blue, which makes it 5 bread, 5 meat, 2 cheese. And then a purple, that'd make it 8 bread, 6 meat, 4 cheese. 4 cheese is what I need, though. And then there's a yellow, which makes it 9 bread, 9 meat. I need to worry about meat a little bit more, so I think for now I'm going to swap. For the moment, I'm going to put it into the purple. But I already think that it already was too much. Blue food is 3 meat. The actual big one is blue food, so let's put that there. Oh! I accidentally made C right by trying to make B right. But I'll keep it, then I won't touch C unless I have to for some reason. This is a lot to remember. I would rather trial and error my ass off. I'll kind of try to use a mix of trial and erroring and using context information based on the numbers that I'm looking at, and not trying to figure out the numbers completely, which is really hard for me. So that's the compromise I'll make with myself. And I think if you have mental difficulties like I do, that's what you need to learn. That's one of the most important things to learn as a life skill, is learn to make compromises with yourself. Because, well, I can't do it this way, that other people say I should be able to do it, or that I'm expected to, or that I feel like I should do, but I can do it this way. And it might take longer, but I can do it this way. and it'll be correct. You know, that sort of a thing. We've got 2 greens, which equal 4 bread and 2 meat, okay? We've got then a blue, which makes it 5 bread, 5 meat, 2 cheese. We've got then a purple, which makes it 8 bread, 6 meat, 4 cheese. And then we've got a yellow, which makes it 9 bread, 7 meat, 5 cheese, I think. The green doesn't include cheese, but it includes probably a little bit. I think that's the key. I think maybe I need a lot of green in here. We need 7 bread, 9 meat, 4 cheese. We've got 6 bread, 3 meat here, okay? And then it is, I think, 9 bread, 4 meat, and then 6 cheese. So 4 meat and then 2 cheese. And then blue, which I think I need to swap maybe one of these with one of these. Still not right. What does that make it? So again, we got 4 bread, 2 meat there, then 5 bread, 5 meat, 3 cheese. Blue food equals 3 meat, 2 cheese. I think I'll need that. 4 meat, 2 cheese plus 4 bread, 2 meat plus 4 bread, 2 meat. 7 bread. Okay, 4 bread, 2 meat. 5 bread, 5 meat is 1 bread. So that does equal 8 bread. Okay. I think, okay, that's the problem here. The blue gives me way too much meat because ultimately it is 3, 6, 9. No, wait, what? Okay, so what's wrong then? Hold on. No, wait, hold on. That seems to be right to my calculations, actually, but apparently it isn't. Hold on. 2, 4, 6 bread, okay? And 3 meat between those, okay? And then blue. 3 more meat. That's 9 meat total. That literally seems like it should be right to me. Then why isn't it? Unless I've counted. I'm gonna trial and error. I don't know. Unless I could move on to a different row and actually do it right intentionally. Maybe I wrote some of the numbers wrong, like I feared I may. But I think it doesn't really matter what order it's in. It just needs to equal the right numbers, which I don't think it does. And I don't know why. Wait! Oh my god! Oh shit! I have to restart now! Fuck! But now I know I can look at this. Carbohydrate, protein, fat. Okay, that's what that means. I keep accidentally... I really hate that. It should not be so easy to exit out of a puzzle and lose your progress entirely. When some of these puzzles require all the steps in the known universe to do. I really hate... That is horrible game design. One button press should not accidentally make you lose that much progress ever, in my opinion. Shit, I want to look up a full solution. My brain is breaking. This is so hard for me. I have horrible short-term memory issues. I can at a glance look if they're right, but like, man, I'm so done with this. I've been here for way too long. So, I'm looking it up. I'm sorry. Okay, so, apparently, this is the orders that need to happen. So, B equals blue, green, green. Okay, that's okay. I'm glad I was right about at least 2 of those. Because, yeah, there needs to be a lot less cheese in every other column, so I figured that there had to be at least 2 salads in the equation. Yellow, yellow. I don't know why it's not green, 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 blue, blue, because that seemed to check out in my head. I probably got some of the numbers wrong, maybe. Okay, yeah, so, yeah. I don't know why that works that way. I don't want to figure it out right now. My brain just doesn't want to do short-term memory math. This is like the worst kind of puzzle for me, probably, other than those fucking pipe puzzles. Anyway. C. Red, red, green, purple, yellow. Bam. D. This is nuts. Sorry. Red, blue, blue, green, purple. Boing. And then bam! I got the last column right by just switching that. Perfect. Grah! That's how I feel right now. I just solved the shit out of this puzzle by cheating. Hey, are you getting a little too excited? No, Clover, you don't understand. This shit fucking... I feel him so hard there. I have a feeling that was written that way, because UCHIKOCHI knew this was some confusing shit. Yeah, it's kind of freaking me out. Did you see the screen? Yeah, there we go. It's like the password for the AB room in the infirmary. You did it! Now we can open the safe. Speaking of opening the safe, hold on. Let me just go scroll up this page. Again, it's the guide on thonky.com. thonky.com. really good guides for this and 999 and probably other games on there. So I would recommend to go to that site if you're stuck on games or want to do like a perfect 100% playthrough or what have you, you know what I mean? The other password. Okay. Oh man, I was so close. Apparently it was literally just December 25th. Or wait, no, you know what it was? I forgot that he was abducted in like the wee hours of the 24th, which would be the 25th. I feel like part of my brain was privy to that, and I just didn't follow through on it by at least trying the 25th, or else I probably would have gotten it. So again, that's another lesson in second guessing myself. So I was close to this one, which is the file password, which does check out. I've been getting a bunch of file passwords before I get the save passwords a lot. But yeah, my brain has been kind of weird the last few days in general, so I'm not surprised that I'm having a lot of trouble with this room, and also I'm not reading this dialogue, and there's a lot more here than I would think there usually would be out of this kind of a thing. So let me, like, actually read it. Because I'm used to this being very generic. Oh, here, there's another password. Yeah, we did this. So, what are they saying here? This is not the kind of dialogue that I think is usually here. Screen's blue now. Do you think this could maybe possibly be it? Yeah, it's probably the same password. That's good, right? Well, there's one problem. This screen shuts off after a set amount of time. No, we need to be fast. Wait, what? I can do it. I got a really good memory. All I need is a moment. And by a really good memory, what he means is he can go to the past tab and look at all of them again. The past tab in his brain. Well, did you memorize it? Indeed I did. It's locked away up here in the past tab in my brain. Whew, what a relief. So now it's canon. When we open the archive, we're actually in Sigma's brain. I just blew my brain up thinking about that. Wow, anyway. Safe pantry! Let's file password first. Foile. Ha, it opened. So, let's look at these. I'm better at navigating this stuff better without a lot of pressing the wrong buttons. I did go the wrong direction once to these tabs, but getting better. I was about to say, is this the whole thing? No, hold on. Where's all the news? Did I accidentally scroll past them all and make them all disappear? No, I didn't think so. Because yeah, no, scrolling doesn't do it. Opening them does. Alright, so, twice cooked pork. I say Chuan, I have no idea how to even pronounce that dish. It is made by pan-frying pork, cabbage, bell peppers, and green onions with dobinjiang or tian mianjiang for flavor. Oh, it's a Chinese dish. A Spanish dish where one cookies... Actually, I would like to try something like that. Accidental extra E there. Cooks rice, meat, seafood, and... Oops, minus a needed space there. There's a good few typos throughout this game. And vegetables in a shallow pot, seasoned with saffron. Nasi goreng. An Indonesian dish made with... I'm learning things about food today, and it's making me hungry. God damn it. Made with pan-fried rice seasoned with... Again, another accidental no space. With sambal, kecap manis, and terasi, whatever the fuck any of those are. Schnitzel, a German dish. Is made by mixing together meat, flour, eggs, and breadcrumbs, and then frying the mixture in butter or lard. Cooked food dosorino, UCHIKOCHI, a Korean dish. Again, I'm probably gonna botch most of these names, and I'm sorry if I do. A Korean dish. The process involves stewing beef, vegetables, namul, and powdered chili peppers together very slowly. The resulting meal is very spicy, I would imagine. Borscht, a Russian dish. At the very least, I'm pretty sure I pronounced borscht and schnitzel right. But let me know if I didn't quite. Preparation is very simple. You just stew meat and vegetables together for a long time. The finished meal is garnished with beets and sour cream. Tom Kha Gai. A Thai dish made by stewing chicken, chili peppers, ginger, and nampula in coconut milk. Very spicy. Chef's pasta. Whatever the chef feels like making. Sometimes you don't know what it is until you take a bite. Sometimes you don't even know that. Have a nice... Ah yes, some more have a nice variations. Have a nice trauma. Have a nice trace. Have a nice trumpet. Yeah, have a nice trauma. That's this whole fucking game. Free the soul. Oh yeah, this fucking spooky organization. So now we know that Mr. H/Ace was associated with these guys, an emerging religious organization with a rapidly growing membership. Because there's always this kind of a thing in these end-of-the-world stories, right? There's a cult that gains holy notoriety, Batman, and holy members, Batman, because everyone's freaking out and trying to grasp onto anything that makes them feel comfortable or whatever. Which is, oof, man. Feels like a very realistic human thing, unfortunately. Some figures claim their congregation numbers over 1 million in countries across the world. Originally, the organization called itself Free the Soul of Y? I wonder what that's supposed to mean. But later dropped of Y to become simply Free the Soul. The founder of the religion is known only as Brother, and his true identity is a mystery. Only a small number of the highest-ranking members have ever seen him. The doctrine of Free the Soul demands that its adherents separate themselves from the world. Free themselves of lust. Damn, that'd be impossible for me. Why would I give up being horny? The fuck? And release their souls from their physical bodies, so that they could be purified. Its followers believe that they will be born again as a new race. Wait, like, it seems to literally include suicide. Wait, that would make sense as to why they made Radical 6 then, huh? Oof. Its followers believe that they will be born again as a new race, and that the world will be transformed into a place of equality with no conflict or poverty. Considering how a peaceful world of equality with no conflict or poverty usually plays out in the movies, they seem like a pretty scary group of people. Myrmidons. Free the Soul is a powerful new religious order dedicated to establishing a new world order, and the Myrmidons are their elite frontline soldiers in that secret war. Okay. I don't think we quite learned what exactly the Myrmidons are from Alice, only that they were associated with Free the Soul. The general public knows nothing about the Myrmidons, but their actions have put them on watch lists of intelligence communities across the globe. Rumors say that all Myrmidons have the same face, suggesting that they may all be clones of a single person. Whoa. Because the only clone we know about is K, who's a clone of Sigma. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it does, and I'm sorry for the ear rape right now. But for some reason, I feel like I need to get close to the microphone every time I have these kinds of holy shit revelations. I don't know. If you really want me to stop, I will. But if you think it's funny, or don't say anything about it, then I'll probably keep doing this. Anyway, if we're actually Myrmidon, my brain would fucking die. But, like, again, the only clone I think we know about is fucking Sigma, because K is apparently just another Sigma, whatever the shit that means. No one knows where this rumor comes from exactly, but I can tell you that it's a very credible source. But wait, why can you tell me it's credible if no one knows where it came? What the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense at all. Is it supposed to be some kind of hint? I don't know. I really feel like they write these games, like, a lot of their intention behind the game is to, alright, gotta confuse the fuck out of them. It's what we do. It's how we keep our people. I literally feel like they literally are like, okay, how do we make sure that this is the most confusing fucking shit humanly possible? I swear to God they literally do that. Anyway, Brother. The founder of Free the Soul, although he prefers not to be referred to as such. As a child, he had a younger brother whom he was very fond of. Unfortunately, the worst happened and the younger brother was murdered. Rage and despair filled Brother, and for 9 days and 9 nights he was consumed by his own misery. 9. This is where the obsession with 9s came from. Fine. Oh! This is where the 9s obsession came from. And because Ace was part of Free the Soul, he also ended up having an obsession with 9s, I guess. Which led to, you know, his nonary game. At least, like, the way it revolved around 9s, anyway. On the morning of the 10th day, however, he had a revelation. Mankind was rife with base desires, and needed to be purified so that a new world could come into being. God had spoken to Brother and given him a mission. All religion is just people fucking... I'm sorry, if religious people are watching this, go ahead and skip forward, but I honestly feel like this is a good example of how all religion is literally just people trying to reconcile with life by deciding that a higher power made it happen this way, and things of that nature. That's what religion is. It's not truth, it's just basically deductions based on the way life is and trying to make sense out of just the chaos that nature just is, unfortunately. It's a way to explain the unexplainable things about the world. So basically, it's never true. Religion isn't true. It doesn't make any sense to me if religion is true. If I die and see God, whoops, I fucked up. I'll deal with the consequences. But I don't think that stuff's real, dude. Brother dedicated his life to realizing that mission, and at the age of 26, he established Free the Soul of Y. He claims that Y is a symbol for miracles. So at least we know a little bit about the Y thing now. I had a feeling that was something. I don't know how important, but something. Okay. Bracelet 3. Why are we suddenly getting more bracelet info all of a sudden? Probably because, yeah, the bracelets are always an important piece of the puzzle that isn't completely figured out until later. So I wonder what this is, and I have a feeling we haven't really learned this yet, and we will in some future scene. I guess we're about to see, because I haven't read a word of this yet. Here is some information that isn't revealed in the game at all. Whoa, okay. The bracelet put on the left wrists of the 9 participants in the Ambidex game has an important feature that's never mentioned. It's not mentioned in the game at all? This is the kind of shit I think you'd hope all these files would be. Holy shit. As soon as it's put on, a needle on the other side activates and it's... As soon as it's put on, it shoots itself into the wearer. It doesn't necessarily mean it injects a drug, only that it activates and pierces the skin. If there's something on the needle, or maybe there isn't, that's how they get Radical 6, isn't it? All that's certain is that when someone puts on the bracelet, they get... Okay. Okay. Thank you. This is how specific people get Radical 6. It has Radical 6 and it has maybe some kind of timed release thing, too. Because that would explain that we've seen that Alice gets Radical 6. We've seen that Quark does. We've seen that Sigma does. I think we've seen that Phi does. There might be a point where they all get it. Because remember that one ending where we find everyone dead in the infirmary? And then I think we start Radical 6ing and then die or something? I think that might literally all be like all of them got Radical 6 all of a sudden or something. And maybe they all have very important revelations the moment they get infected with it and it speeds up the whole process of it or something. But either way, that to me equals... That's how they get Radical 6. There we go. That was one of the biggest mysteries to me. Wow. At this point, I wasn't expecting a lot that I don't already know, or that isn't kind of extraneous from a lot of these, but this is very nice. This is the kind of thing I wish more of this stuff was. So there we go. There's that. Now. Piece of cake. Alright, let's see what we've got. First is a map. Again, they always look at the map first when it's always on the bottom. That's really weird. Like, why would you be like, alright, I'm gonna pull this thing out of all the other stuff instead of, like, clearing the stuff on top of it first, which would make it easier to get to the thing underneath them. We always are like, alright, let's do the map first, because that's the order we do it in the video game, even though it's always on the bottom. Logic! Anyway. Video game logic, everyone. It's great, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. A map. It says floor B. The one we found in the infirmary said floor A. Yeah, so did the one in the lounge. Then that would make floor A at the top floor, then. I mean, we rode the elevator down. Oh, yeah, this is literally, I'm pretty sure, copy-pasta dialogue. More or less. I think it might just be different characters saying some or all of it. Okay, let's keep looking. There's a lot of stuff in here. Yep. Key cards and a key. Usually out of the ordinary, like Excelivir or K's, I guess, the other Sigma's key. The fuck does that mean that he's fucking another Sigma? What does that even mean? They have moons on them. Then these have to be the cards the announcer was talking about. We got 2 of them, just like with the sun keys. You take one, Clover. Oh, why? You know, okay, I just thought of something too. Isn't there like an anarchy symbol on Sigma's like jumper or whatever in his art? It would make sense that there would be something like that if he was part of a cult like that. If the Myrmidons all have the same face, and there are 2 people with the same face here, you know what I mean? I don't think that's a coincidence. Huh? Why? Well, you're a solo, right? Alice and I only need one. Oh, right. Got it. Now, what we've got left... a key. Is that the exit key? Yeah, it must be. This is our ticket out of here. What are we waiting for? Let's go. You know, if anyone could carry us in here, it'd be Kay. And this is where he was raised. Like, there's a lot of things to me indicating that Kay literally is just Zero Senior. Like, he might have given himself amnesia. That was one of my original theories, and I think that holds more water now, actually. That's the other way. This is the one. This is the exit. It's locked. Alright, here we go. Okay, do it. 3, 2, 1.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Dio did his bullshit again. If it's not that, I'll be surprised. But yeah, this is the perfect place to leave off for now. So like, comment, subscribe, everyone. I will see y'all next time. This will be a doozy to edit. Oh boy. Keep loving yourself. Keep loving what you do. Keep loving the world best you can. Try to stay positive and just focus on what you love. If you're focused on negative things, you'll see the whole world as a piece of shit. I know this from experience. But what I've realized is that you change your perspective and then all of a sudden the whole world does not seem so bad. Because you're not trying to see the whole big picture in a negative light, which is not the big picture. The world has too much nuance in it for it to be all negative. There's negative and positive in every person, every situation. That's just how that is. I think you've noticed that I like giving little life lessons at the end of my episodes like this to leave you off with, because I don't want to just entertain. I want to entertain, obviously. But I want to also enrich lives with my content, because content enriches my life, and when content includes deep stuff, which I don't think a lot does, a lot of the most popular content is just ha funny, sensationalism, things that are not deep, things that are very surface level and attention grabby, and I just don't think we should focus on that as much as we do as a society. But anyway, friends, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Hell yeah.